Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and we have a really fun thing to show you guys today at the Gilmore Museum. So we have their T-barn where they actually keep a bunch of running, driving, and also project Model Ts that they have here on site, and you can actually drive some of these vehicles, which is really, really cool. So we're gonna walk in and talk to Jim, and actually runs the Model T driving experience and also the T-barn, and he's gonna give us a little background on it, and then I think he might let me take a drive in one of these Ts. So let's go. What's going on, Jim?
Hey, how are you?
Good. So this is the T-barn, right?
This is it. In all of its glory, this is the T-barn.
Awesome. So what was the idea with this? Make it look like a old...
Well, you know, this building is reminiscent of what an early repair facility would have looked like, say in the late teens, early to mid 20s.
Right.
Before dealerships became very popular and very ornate, as opposed to...
Yes.
So first repair facilities kind of mimic blacksmith shops.
Yes.
And that's kind of what we're after here. We'd like this to be a working exhibit as time goes forward.
Very cool. So you have, obviously you have some that you're tinkering on, but you have some that you actually can take visitors out in.
Oh yes, yes. That's our purpose. We provide a Model T, we call it a driving experience, because it's more than just learning how to drive one, but a Model T Ford drives so much different than any other vehicle ever made that it's an experience all unto itself.
Wow. So which are some of the ones that that you have that people can drive right now? So we have the depot hack outside, right?
Yep. We have a depot hack sitting outside. It needs a little bit of maintenance. We're having some issues with the brakes, but we'll get to that. We have a 1921 I'm going to refer to it as a center door sedan.
Yes.
The Ford Motor Company never referred to it as that. They just call it a sedan. We have a 1915 touring car, a 1917 touring car.
Okay.
And then here in the back we have a 26 runabout. You know, the Model Ts were produced from 1908 to 1927, and they made over 15 million of them. All of them set on chassis like you see here, but with various, as they modernized, there were some changes made through the production run, but motors, transmissions, drive lines, pretty much all the same. Here at the museum, obviously, I help them with the Model T Ford driving experience and maintain all these cars.
Wow, so that's almost a full-time, just like you said, one that runs great.
It could be. It could be a full-time. This last year we had to pull motors out, have a couple rebuilt. That's just inherent with the program. I mean,
right. And you do that all on site here?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I do a lot of the minor maintenance here.
Right.
Weather permitting, because this building's not really heated.
Right.
It's getting colder, but we have a full-size maintenance shop on the inside of the campus. That's where the major work is taking place. We have a car down there now. I just put the motor in Monday.
Wow.
So everything has to be buttoned up and.
That's really cool that everything can be done kind of on site like that. Do you have the between the buildings?
Yeah, well, and we don't have the ability to pour Babbitt bearings and those types of things. So those things have to be sent out. But I personally have rebuilt rear ends, transmissions.
Oh, very cool.
I have the ability to do that.
That's awesome. So I have a little confession to make. Even though I have Model Ts and I have a bunch of old cars we were just talking about, I've never driven a stock Model T.
But you've ridden in them, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you have some idea of the 3-pedal system?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit.
So if I said the Model Ts are relatively simple, to make the car go forward, you only need to use your left foot.
Yep.
And if you want to stop it, you want to use your right foot.
Yeah.
If you pull up to an intersection and you're in high gear and you want to stop, you're going to use your left and your right foot. And because a lot of people don't understand where the term two-pedaling came from. They think of the standard shift vehicles that we know of today.
Yes.
That's not where it came from.
Right.
It came from the Model T era.
Wow.
So
I'll definitely need some help, but if you'd let me, I'd love to take a ride around.
Let's take the sedan. It's aiming at the door.
You want to get it outside and we'll go?
Well, we can do that.
All right.
We can do that. I'm gonna go inside.
I don't want to run into the runabout. I mean on the depot hack straight away. Boom! First thing.
at this point, that emergency brake is holding the car, the parking brake set, and it's holding the car in neutral for you. We need you to hold the car in neutral with your left foot.
Yep.
Okay? So if you put your left foot on that pedal and hold it exactly where it's at, just don't push it down and don't let up.
Yep.
And reach down and release that lever. Don't hit your car.
Yep.
All the way.
Yep.
All right. Low gear is left foot all the way down. You're going to give it some gas while you're doing that.
Yep.
Kind of slow into low and kind of quick into high when we get going. 2-speed transmission. Oh, so you got this. Right foot's going to be the brake.
Oh, you better speed up. Speed up. Right foot is the brake. In the center, we're all the way. This one.
Yep.
There.
Right. Well, excuse me. The far right pedal. Center
Yep.
pedal's reversed.
Yep.
So you're driving along here. You want to give a little more speed if you want. Hold it all the way down on the floor. Okay, now transition into high. You would back the car all the way off the idle. Run up on that pedal all the way, quickly as possible, and give it a little more gas.
Yep.
Transition into high. You come up where you have a need to stop, halfway down with that left foot. Just gonna put the thing in neutral. Right foot's gonna brake the car.
Alright.
Hence the turn 2 pedal. Wait until you back up holding that pedal up.
Yeah.
But once you get used to a Model T's.
Yeah, I've ridden in a bunch with people, but they're people that have owned them and driven them, so they do everything so naturally. It's hard for me to.
And that's me. You know, I've been driving this stuff.
Yeah, so you do things. It's kind of second nature.
Yes, and it's but for the people who come and take the class, it's just so much different. They're so used to getting in their automatic, and there's nothing to do with
Yeah.
work. So, and you're not giving me much room to get into high. So
Yeah. That's all right.
you know, you gotta always, you know, that's the issue. If you have a nice straight road and you're in your Model T and you're in high gear, there's nothing to do but work the throttle and steer.
Yeah.
Basically, you just
Yep.
kick back and drink your iced tea and roll along, you know.
I probably do a little better than people that have never driven any of this stuff.
You absolutely are right.
Because I've had antique cars, so I kind of know. All right, now once we get around this corner.
Do you hear that? That rattling noise. That's all she wants to do with the throttle. You back the throttle all the way off, all the way up the idle, and just pick the foot off quick. There you go. And then you want to ease that throttle because once it starts to come on, it'll come on quick.
Oh, okay.
But
That's what always scares me when, and I've ridden with people. You're like, is this thing going to stall when they go into high? But it's just, so my immediate thing is give it some throttle. But I get it.
It's kind of, you know, with your foot, your left foot is kind of slow into low and quick into high.
Yeah.
That's what it likes best. But no, for the people who have them, they take them out and enjoy them. The Model T's, there were so many of them made. You know,
Yeah.
people still drive them. There's probably, that's what they made over 15 million of them. There's probably half of them still exist in one form or another. I mean, the people I know that have them have more than one.
And I think it's an addiction.
Yeah, you know,
With antique Fords in general, whether you're a hot rodder or you're just stock.
That was my dad. My dad had 3 or 4 Model Ts, and then he had 4 Model A's, I think. And I still have them. I mean, you're right, it's an addiction.
I probably need to go in the low gear here.
If you don't want to hold, yeah, you can just go straight through. Right on down.
So you don't really need to play with the throttle, just go right into.
Yeah, you can go right in. You can transition from one to the other. The tricky part for most folks is that holding that neutral position with the left foot.
Yeah.
They actually back the throttle all the way up, pop it back into high, and just let it.
What?
Little chug.
See, that's.
It's a lugger.
Yeah.
Just let it lug. How's that?
Running at like what, 200 RPM or something.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you're running the idle. What is it, 900?
Yeah.
You know, we're not doing anything. No, but like I said, I actually tried to tell you what it's. These cars have the ability to run down the road at 40, 45 mile an hour, which is, you know, fast enough to be able to, if you want to pull that emergency brake lever back to the upright position, not all the way back, just up, that'll engage your clutch for you.
Right there?
Yep, now you don't have to use your foot to do anything. You take your foot right off.
Really?
Your left foot. Yep. Take your left foot all the way off. All the way off. Left foot all the way off. There you go.
Oh, that's what scares me.
If you don't pull the parking brake all the way back, it just pulls it neutral. It releases the brake.
Okay.
So I always refer to it as the upright position.
Yeah.
From here, you can just drive in low gear or back up. Going back up, just use the center pedal. Might have to give a little gas. That's it.
Okay.
Don't back up too fast. It's so wheelbase turns in a hurry.
But you can just let it sit here and idle.
Yep, in this position you can. And then if you just want low gear, you use your left foot, use the left pedal. You don't have to move anything. Just push down the pedal and then you don't have to do anything with the parking brake. That's its own thing.
So I'm going to back up. We're going to shoot right in front of it.
Oh yeah, very
thing
good.
here. So I'm going to...
Model A. Yeah, just try and pedal it. If you back beyond it, you can't drive up on the brick, you can drive up on the asphalt.
Oh, okay. So I'll back up behind.
Ladies don't want the Model Ts have a tendency to mark the territory.
Oh, yeah.
Their design, as you probably noticed down in the shop. And well, we don't want to drip it on the bricks.
Yeah, people get a little upset.
Oh yeah, and I don't know. We want to keep them cleaned up for them.
There we go.
Yeah, just pull the lever, the parking brake lever all the way back towards it.
All right.
That's accept the brake.
Yes.
Howdy do. Well, I may have to put in for hazard pay, but no. So what'd you think of your first Model T
Good.
driving?
I mean, I kind of cheated because I've ridden around with Joe and a bunch of guys with stuff, so I kind of had a slight idea how to do it already. But it was fun. That was awesome.
The guy in front though, he was driving too slow.
Yeah, we had to. I was trying to get on it.
We're gonna try out all 22 horsepower.
Yeah.
20, but if it's too well, you can squeeze 2 volts out.
All right, so I successfully drove the center door without crashing it, which is great.
But I think I'm the guy that's supposed to say that.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, whoo.
No. Yeah, you can tell you've been around cars forever. A piece of cake for you.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a really great experience, and you know, I can't thank you enough for letting me take a ride in it. It's been really awesome. So. The experience itself, people that visit can purchase the experience for the day. What does that entail?
We normally we bring 4 cars out. We have three students per car.
Yep.
The experience includes a brief introductive history lesson on the Ford.
Okay.
Then we actually do the bare chassis. This down in the shop. We actually go over the pedals where they can see them a little better. Then we put them in the car. They'll take 3 drives. First drive is just low speed, just to get familiar with how the car runs. But it's not like a modern car. You know, it's like riding around in a tin can for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing like that's new. And then we'll swap them out. They'll take a brief history tour with one of our historians here. And while the other group drives, and we rotate them back and forth until they've all driven 3 different times. When they get to the 3rd drive, that's their fun one. That's the longest one. By then, they've really got a good feel for them. They have a good enjoyment. And when we're done, we do, well, the last things we do, we used to call it the mystery history box, but a lot of artifacts that pertain to the Model T era. And we'd have them pull one out of the box and try and tell us what they thought it was. And you'd be surprised the stories you get about the things you pull. But
yeah, I can imagine.
But it's fun. And then we kind of finish up with a graduation ceremony. They'll get a certificate saying they passed the class.
Yep.
And we have a booklet that kind of covers it and a little refresher. I know just this summer, I had a couple come to me at our early car show and say, hey, you know, we remember you. We did the Model T driving school 2 years ago. We now have 3 of them. We love our Model Ts. And
that's amazing.
And it's, for me, personally, it helps find caretakers for these cars going forward.
Yep.
Because we need those people. Those of us that have them aren't going to be here forever. We need other caretakers. So it's important that I think we do this and find these caretakers, and those two were perfect examples.
I definitely resonate with that because I have hot rods, but now driving one, I'm like, my head's spinning like, it'd be kind of neat to own a stock one just to put around town.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. You know, it depends on where you live. For me, I have grandkids now. We'll hop in one of the old cars. It might not be a Model T, and we'll buzz down on Sunday afternoon and get ice cream.
Yep.
No hurry, you know.
Yeah.
Have a good time, come back. But you know, there's the Model T Ford. It's capable of 45 miles an hour down the road. In this day and age, of course, the speed limit's only 55, so you're only 10 off. You can drive them.
Right.
You can drive them.
So now in the summertime, also, I understand you're obviously hanging out at the T-Barn, and you do give rides just for people that are generally visiting the museum.
If I'm out and about and I see folks, especially with kids, I'm all about enhancing their experience here as best I can. I'm not here every day, but if I am here and I can get them in a ride in the Model T, I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it.
That's awesome. So thank you again. Anybody who wants to visit the Gilmore Museum, you should. You're sleeping if you haven't been here. And come out and definitely do the T driving experience. Or if you see Jim out in the barn, say hello, and he might just give you a ride in a T for your first time. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.